with another video, and unfortunately, things are getting worse for Cardi B, okay? Is Cardi being sabotaged by her label, Titanic Records? That's what the fans are assuming. Cardi B outside has exited the U.S. Payola chart, and on top of that, fans are calling out Cardi B. A lot of her fans are pissed that her new song, Downside, will no longer be inside the top 10 on the Hot 100. Is going to be outside of the top 10. Won't even be allegedly top 15 or top 20. And fans are having like mixed reactions to this. A Cardi B fan said, I've never seen Bardigan talking shit about Piss leaving the top 10. Y'all just want an excuse to drag Cardi, and it's embarrassing at this point, okay? So her own fans are dragging her because Outside is outside of the top 10. And, you know, even though it didn't have a music video, everybody was begging for this record. Didn't Cardi B said that her own label cried when they heard her album or something like that? And that, you know, this was for the books and, you know, she needs to get all her collaborations ready. She was saying that on live.
I am not even gonna lie to you, I'm waiting for some features. And I know that I don't like to pressure artists because I know everybody be busy. But like I'm still waiting on them, and it's like I have to press these vinyls ASAP. Y'all don't want to miss this opportunity. I'll sing this shit myself. I feel like nobody will want to miss being on this album. Like, these motherfuckers almost cried listening to my shit. They was like, oh, I feel like there's no skips. And it's like, I'm telling y'all, like, I have to press these vinyls. I need these vocals. Where y'all at? Where these girls at? I really be taking my time because I really be doing 100 things. So that's why I don't like to pressure people. But it's like, listen, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Please be part of this moment because it's going to be iconic. Like you don't even understand how iconic this moment. This moment is for the books. These moments is for the fucking books. Like, this album is for the books.
Well, here's the thing. It looks like you already have one skip. And it's called Downside because it's moving down the motherfucking charts, okay? If it was not a skip, it would still be in the top 10, okay? Because Espresso, Luther, Not Like Us, Birds of a Feather, they all remained in the top 10 for a while. Even Million Dollar Baby by Tommy Richmond, the Culture Vulture. So I just feel as though Cardi B don't have the same steam. Like I said, she didn't. She don't have the same steam as she had before. And that's why she's putting old songs like WAP and Up on her album. There's a reason for that. Because if she didn't have WAP and Up on the album, that album probably be doing less numbers, okay? And that's what she cares about. She cares about the sales. Now, moving on to Megan and Riri, okay? As we know, Rihanna don't mess with Megan. You know, she follows Cardi B, she follows Nicki Minaj and other female rappers on social media, but she don't follow Megan Thee Stallion. And the thing is, Nicki be dragging Devil Nation and she still follow Nicki. So that's says a lot because she's still under Devil Nation, but that's neither here or there. The point of the matter is, you know, a lot of the Megan Stallions were raving about Megan being invited to ASAP the Colorist Met Gala after party, even though he had no choice but to invite her, okay? But that's neither here or there. And, you know, they took pictures. ASAP, a few years ago, was supposed to work with Megan Thee Stallion, okay? They were supposed to do a record together. And this is while, you know, he was with Rihanna. Allegedly, Rihanna blocked the collaboration for coming out, okay? And, you know, Megan, she's trying to get more male collaborations on her next album. Act 3 still hasn't come out. And, you know, no shade to Megan Thee Stallion, she's having a hard time getting male collaborations. A lot of males don't mess with Megan Thee Stallion because she put Tory Lanez in jail. So, you know, she's hoping that she can get a record cleared from ASAP the Colorist. And, you know, she's going to need Rihanna's approval. but Rihanna had blocked it in the past after she dropped her from the Savage X Fenty. Now, here's the thing with me. I understand that, like, you know, a lot of male artists don't want to collaborate with Megan Thee Stallion because of Tory, but ASAP the Colorist is a flop. I don't understand why she would want a collaboration with him. I mean, I'd rather get ASAP Ferg or somebody else. ASAP Rocky's a flop, and I just don't think he has much talent. In my opinion, no shade, I just don't like the way he raps at all. There's never a time where I'm listening to ASAP the Colorist. Never a time. I only know Fucking Problems. That's my song, but other than that, I really don't care to listen to any of his music. I think he's trash. No shade. I'd rather listen to Champagne Thickums than listen to ASAP the Colorist. Now, moving back on to Cardi B, Apple Music has released a list of the female rappers that are inside the top 500 songs of the decade. Cardi is leading the pack with 8 tracks on the list. And a lot of fans are having mixed reaction to this, okay? So, the most streamed song on Apple Music by a female rapper is I Like It, and it was at number 30. Then Girls Like You came in at number 82, which is not a rap song. Okay, that was a collaboration she did with Maroon 5. That was their song. But anyway, 96 was Bodak Yellow, WAP at 105. Kiss Me More by Big Doja at 106. Truth Hurts, not a rap record. Okay, neither is Kiss Me More. But that was at 240. Motorsport was at 246. Need to Know is at number 315. Fifi by Nicki and 6ix9ine at number 318. Money is at number 327. No Limit at 372. Say So at 444. Taki at number 450. Cash Shit at number 475, and Women at 496. You know, what I notice about this list is a lot of these songs ain't recent. Okay, especially for Cardi B. I Like It came out in 2018. Like, really? No shade, but I feel like this is not really the gag the Cardi B fans think it is, because these songs are old. That means this is when she had the payola package. She don't have the payola package anymore. That's why she don't have any recent songs on here. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100. Like, why are we bragging about old songs like from like 20 years ago being on this list? Like, come on now, stop. Now, Queen B is getting praised on social media because she dragged the haters. A lot of people feel like she was dragging the barbs. She said, an expansive landscape, most explored and settled, yet still equally wild, limitless possibilities, very few certainties. This seemingly lawless virtual frontier we know as the internet has no real sheriff regulation that are often circumvented, and screens that provide veils of anonymity. The unknown awaits you at every turn, and the truth of your reality may very well be fiction. Ambitious journeys roaming the vast digital terrain are endlessly susceptible to unprovoked breaches of personal peace in the form of rumors, allegations, assumptions, and projections. Okay, that's what she's saying y'all are doing. Spreading rumors, creating allegations, and projecting. Then she said the hauntingly soft thud of approaching outlaw boots replaced by the incessant keystroke tapping, spreading falsehoods, secret trickery by quick-witted and sly now appearing as hackers, spammers, and trolls, artificial intelligence robbing you of perception and likeness like bandit settlers once did the land. The Scorpio sting of algorithm boosted hate speech. Queen B continued and says, sure, the dreamers are out building success, creating opportunities, growing community, and innovating through the sense of escape. But your vulnerabilities remain unprotected. This is the World Wide Web, in the wild, wild west, what kind of footprints will you leave in the digital desert sand? Will you cowboy up with the liberators, or will you just prolong the chaos and folly the destruction? Okay, so that's what she said in her Cowboy Carter tour book. She is clapping back at the haters. She said, y'all spread false rumors and allegations. Was this directed at Nicki? Maybe this was directed at Nicki, low key. I'm putting two to two together, and it's adding up, because she won't tweet, but she might write it in her Cowboy Carter tour book that she knows the fans are going to purchase, and, give the message back to Nicki Minaj, okay? Because I think she probably feel some way, okay, that Nicki Minaj has said a few things about camel face, okay? I think people think that Beyonce is not going to ride for her husband. Of course she is. She stayed when this man cheated on her. She's riding with him. Now, Justin Bieber posted up in the studio with Sexy Red, and he also changed his name from Justin to Little Bieber, which was pretty corny. But we do not need Ghetto Red and her untalented ass with crackhead Justin Bieber. We don't need that. Nope. Justin, you could have called SZA into the studio instead. Okay, because she's no longer on tour with Kung Fu Kenny. I think you need to sing. You don't need to be rapping singing. Okay? We know you got vocals. Stop being lazy. You don't need to be rapping singing. I'm not calling you Little Bieber. You need to stop being a culture vulture and stick to your white ass singing voice. I do not want to hear you rapping and spitting on no record. You will receive 1 million lashings if you put out a song and you rapping. I'm sorry. You just don't give that. Stop. Okay? I don't care if you're going through a crisis, a divorce, you're going through it with Haley, and then I do not care. Stick to what you know. And I'm not trying to box him in, but we know Justin Bieber cannot rap like that. Okay? Stop. Like, come on now. This is ridiculous. Now you just doing stuff just to do something. You better call up Summer Walker and SZA and just get to singing, bitch. That's all you need to do. I don't want to hear no rapping, no rap singing. If you do that, you will be receiving 1 million lashings. Because you already lazy as hell. We can tell. Okay, you barely put out music anymore, and then even the music you put out is lackluster. You canceled your last tour now. That's why you was in debt. Haley had to bail you out. It's just giving lazy at this point. I don't want to hear the excuses. Now, fans have noticed that Foxy Brown has unfollowed Nicki Minaj on Instagram. Okay. Now, I believe she was following Nicki. I don't know how many people she was following, but she's down to 0. And a lot of fans believe it is because, she wanted to unfollow Nicki, but she didn't want to make a scene about it. So she unfollowed everybody, and she unfollowed Nicki because Nicki Minaj keeps coming after Camel Face, and Foxy still has a good rapport with Camel Face behind the scenes. And if you guys remember, Foxy also publicly denied having any type of sexual relationship with Camel Face, even though allegedly that's not true. But she publicly denied it and stuck up for Camel Face. And that was after Nicki Minaj mentioned Foxy, Aaliyah, and Cassie in a tweet when she was going off on Steve Stout, because he called her out last year, saying that she didn't sign the paperwork for the Tidal deal to get paid by Tidal, and Nicki said that she was only offered $1 million, while everybody else got $8-9 million from the Tidal deal. Now, with that being said, here's the thing. Am I shocked that Foxy might feel a way about Nicki possibly going at Camel Face? No, because she's had a longer and better relationship with Camel Face, and she's known Camel Face since the 90s. So of course, she, out of respect for what he probably has done for her career, she probably doesn't want to rub him the wrong way. Okay, because I've heard that he has helped her behind the scenes, even though she don't really put out music like that. And so I'm not really shocked, when she had spoken out the first time saying that, Camel Face has never done anything to her. I knew then that if it was going to be between Camel Face and Nicki, she's going to choose Camel Face because she's had a longer relationship with him, even though she probably loved Nicki. And then on top of that, Camel Face is a gatekeeper, but Foxy don't really do music like that anymore because I think she's deaf in one of her ears. And allegedly, he has given her money, when, she wasn't working. They was also saying that Foxy Brown posted her brother with Camel Face too. So clearly there's a relationship there. Okay? So I don't know what this means for Nicki Minaj and Foxy, but it looks like Foxy has picked a side. That's what it looks like to me. And her side is Camel Face. That's basically what it means. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Future and Braun are also picking a side. As we know, Champagne Thickums dropped his song called What I Miss, where he's taking shots at anybody who he feels like has betrayed him. And the main person he feels like betrayed him was obviously Braun. Okay? But it looks like he's dissing a few people. Now, Future tweeted, "I'ma always choose being real over anything." And allegedly, who used to be cool with Champagne Thickums, liked this post. And, he liked it on the Complex Instagram page, allegedly. Now, here's the thing. To me, I don't feel like nobody owes Champagne Thickums no loyalty. I don't care what nobody says about, oh, well, he thought they were his friends. Champagne Thickums is a friend to nobody but himself. When he links up with Nicki Minaj's ops, nobody says a thing. Nobody wants to talk about loyalty. But this man think he deserves loyalty for what? You sleep with everybody else's girls. Okay, you sneak this on records and smile in people's faces. You sue when you don't get your way. You have no loyalty to nobody but yourself. To me, it's crazy that people feel bad for him when he did it to himself. And then he tried to throw Braun under the bus for allegedly cheating on his wife. But you cheated on several bitches. You just wasn't married. You cheated on Rihanna. That's why she left you. You cheated on Serena Williams. That's why she left you. You cheated on Melissa Ford, the one that's on the Joe Budden podcast. That's why she don't fuck with you now. Okay, so that's the thing. You a serial cheater. That's why you can't keep a woman. But you mad because Braun, who's been married for, 20 plus years, can get away with it. Like, sit down. I'm sorry. Sit down. That's corny. When you was friends with him, you wasn't throwing him under the bus. Don't try to throw him under the bus for cheating now. Stop. That's corny. So I just don't respect Champagne Thickums. I don't think he deserves the loyalty. He doesn't have really a case to me in regards to the Not Like Us thing. He's not being sabotaged by his label. The payola has been removed. Okay? If you was that nigga, you would still go number one. You can't go number one now because the payola has been removed. Cardi B Jr., and you will be receiving another 300,000 lashes. Okay? I don't have no sympathy for the evil, light-skinned Scorpio man. Sorry. Okay? With the botch BBL. He gets no sympathy points from me. There's nothing you can do to change my mind. Okay? But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Patreon. Link will be in the description. I hope you have a great day.